Incoming! And now, here is your host, Fred Dryer.
Thank you so very, very much, my friends. Wait until the proverbial the fly dung hits the fly machine.
Oh, fly dung! I just got hit by some. Sorry. Oh boy.
And we're just battling it over here. We have so much stuff going on. And welcome to the show. It's a fast-paced 1 hour, as we all know, but I couldn't do it. Believe me, I could not do it as well as I possibly think I can do it without my good friend Michael Horn.
Thank you very much, Captain Dryer. I'm glad to be here with you in the co-pilot seat.
Well, what's the altimeter show there, Rusty?
The altimeter is at 79,063.
79,063.
That's where we are right now.
That's some altitude. Man, that's good.
Maybe there's something wrong there. You feel is the air a little thin?
The beer cans open themselves at this altitude.
They do. That's what's good about it. And we got Reince Priebus in the back there. Apparently, he's just watching them pop.
Yeah, Reince and the failed GOP have absolutely no idea what's happening to them. They don't know that. That as the Beatles said, they don't know the lights had changed.
That's it. The lights have changed.
The lights have changed in America, and they think the GOP thinks that they are screwed into a game plan that's going to bring them back to the White House. And I may just say this: au contraire, Mr. Priebus.
Au contraire.
Au contraire. You have a big, 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 big gully ahead of you that you haven't even seen before, and it's called incompetence, cowardice, and a duplicitous, a divided house over there between the left and the right, left of center and the right of center, where our blessed Constitution rests. And we've got a lot of people here who are right now in this culture, Mike Horn, struggling with the fact that they're braced. Honestly, they're braced that the Republicans are going to come out with a game plan for the next 4 years that's going to be a disaster. And believe me when I tell you, if anybody can muster up a game plan that leads to disaster, it's Reince Priebus.
He seems to be running unopposed as the leader of the Republican Party.
Well, he was elected, as we talked to our good friend John LeBoutillier, a week or so ago. He's been reelected as head of the GOP for the next 2 years and ran uncontested. So I've never seen anybody that could fail as much as he has failed these last several years that he's been in, and get reelected. And it's kind of like what the American people have done to Barack Obama.
Just put him back in. I kind of like that. Was it Michael Steele that was there in charge of the Republican Party before Reince Priebus?
Yeah.
I liked him. He was dull as he was. I think he was better.
Another incompetent.
Yeah, but which one do you like better if you had to choose one?
Neither one. I'd jail both.
You'd have nobody in charge?
Well, you know what I do? I'd put the iron mask on both of them and then cuff them at the ankle and let them just flash around there for a while and then throw them out of the tower.
We could do that.
Yeah, head first, right into a pack of rocks.
Well, I'm glad to see you're in a good mood today. Spring training is going. Do you have some DL list announcements?
Yeah, we've got some DL stuff here. We've got Reince Priebus. We got a couple sound bites from him that are really preposterous.
That's good.
And we've got Common Day Sports coming up. We got a lot of things going on, folks. So stick with us.
This is the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. That is Fred Dryer. Email Fred incoming at crni.net.
This is Fred Dryer for Regenix. The Regenix Hair Loss Clinic was developed as a comprehensive and all-natural hair loss treatment program for men and women. I have been in the Regenix program for 6 years, and it works. Your natural hair loss treatment program will be custom formulated for your hair with a microanalysis of your hair and scalp. You can follow the Regenix program anywhere in the world. In fact, you never have to visit clinic facilities. All the elements of Regenix hair loss treatments are natural and FDA approved for safety. There is no risk of side effects. If your hair loss is in the early stages, or if baldness runs in your family, you may be able to prevent hair loss with Regenix. Many of our clients do not have hair loss problems yet, but use Regenix for dry, oily, flaky, tight scalp, eliminating everything from from dandruff to the symptoms of psoriasis. Call now for an analysis of your hair. Call 1-800-REGENIX. That's 1-800-REGENIX, or go to regenix.com.
It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Once again, the star of our show, Mr. Fred Dryer.
Thank you so much, Michael Horn. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Our second segment. You know, we've got some voter fraud news.
Oh yeah, this is really something. Apparently, they've been talking about this for a while, but now they're actually uncovering hard evidence.
No, this is
good stuff.
This is exactly the reasoning. This here's where it gets me. You know, this is what Reince Priebus will not do, and Reince Priebus will not, absolutely not, drive hard bargains. He won't put bullet points down like everybody who is an American citizen must prove it when you go to vote. Everybody who's
I don't
an
see
American
what the problem is. That they
citizen,
should be able to do it. You know, driver's license,
you got to
something.
be able to do it. You have to be able to do it, and they won't do it. They won't do it because they're frightened that they'll hurt someone's feelings. Well, this is where it is. This comes from Bill O'Reilly's message board.
Oh,
I mean, some of you probably have
Bill O'Reilly
have heard
from
it.
Fox News.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the Long Island Bill O'Reilly we know. As each state reported their final election details, the evidence of voter fraud is astounding. Massive voter fraud has been reported in areas of Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Virginia. All are deploying personnel to investigate these election results. Now, these are the states that Barry won. He won these states.
Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Virginia.
Yeah, all those are a list of very familiar states that Mitt Romney had to win. He had to win them, and he didn't win them. So here are just a few examples of what has surfaced, with much more to come. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, according to Bill Riley, and Bill, I think you can trust his research. But here's the bullet points. 59 voting districts in Philadelphia region alone, Obama received 100% of the votes with not a single vote recorded for Romney.
That is unbelievable.
That's a mathematical and statistic impossibility.
So that's why, as much as you don't like Karl Rove, he was sitting there and he looked like he just eaten some bad chicken or something. He was all backed up because his figures, he was thinking these guys were going to win by his polling and stuff. And then now you're saying in 59, these are 59 different districts. So that's 59 different areas in Philadelphia and the region. President Obama received 100% of the votes, not even a single vote for Romney.
That's correct.
I don't believe that.
Soundbite number 2. In 21 districts in Wood County, Ohio, Obama received 100% of the votes where GOP inspectors were illegally removed from their polling locations, and not one single vote was recorded for Romney. Another statistical impossibility.
Unbelievable.
Number 3, in Wood County, Ohio, 106,258 people voted in a county with only 98,213 eligible voters.
That's amazing. Boy, that's just amazing. You know, I don't know how Barack Obama did that, but he must. I know he has. I think Barack Obama has some kind of a magical touch or something that he can give to people.
Do a Jedi mind meld.
Something like that. Maybe that's what happened there, and that's how you get 106,258 votes in a county that only has 98,213 eligible voters.
Thank you so much for that insight.
You're welcome.
In St. Lucie County, Florida, there were 175,574 registered eligible voters, but 247,713 votes were cast. Another statistical impossibility. The National SEAL Museum, a polling location in St. Lucie County, Florida, had 158 voter percentage turnout.
When you can only have 100% turnout, they had 158%.
Palm Beach County, Florida, had 141% voter turnout.
Unbelievable.
Now, in Ohio County, it's a big county.
Yeah.
Obama won by 108% of the total number of eligible voters. Now listen to this.
Yes.
Listen to this. This is the last one, and we'll move.
This is the most damaging here.
Yeah, we're going to move the pile down the field a little bit, as the coach would say. Obama won in every state that did not require a photo ID, and lost in every state that did require a photo ID in order to vote.
This is, when are you going to wake up America here and smell the toast burning? I went to vote in California. And you go in there, and they don't ask me for anything. I say my name. They look it up in the roll books there, and they say, sign here. And then they hand me a ballot and go in. If you really wanted to cheat, you could, if you're working in that polling place, you could sign the name of everybody that doesn't show up and cast votes and throw them in there and have names that were in there. You could just take a handful of those voter deals and punch out the ballots and throw them in there. Nobody knows if Joe Blow voted or Jim Blow or whoever comes in that voted.
That's right.
You got to have somebody checking over this. It's got to be fair elections.
Now, here's my question. Where's the Republican Party on this? Where's the Republican Party on voting on the issue of English language only? Documents, voting documents are going to be printed in English only, not in Chinese or Japanese or anything else, or Spanish or anything else. Where's the Republican Party in terms of leadership? I'm giving a speech here in a couple of weeks.
You are coming up on April 3rd, isn't it?
Yes, April 3rd. I'm giving
in Hollywood.
In Hollywood for the Republican,
Young Republican Party.
Republican Party over there, and Mel Flynn is the organizer over there.
We'll get the information and read it to everybody.
We'll get the information there for a little bit later when we come back from our break. But the message of the speech is, where the hell is the Republican Party on all of these major issues? You've got there's taxation, there's voting issues, there are issues of why aren't they putting a flat tax in when the Democratic Party gets most of their money from taxation and unions? The Democratic Party gets it from contributions. They get it from out of state, out of the country contributions, which is illegal. Not out of state, but out of country. I misspoke.
Right.
But that's illegal. And where's the Republican Party coming out in mass? Not just one or two people, not just Reince Priebus or Michael Steele, as he's stumbling out of a bar someplace at night, and the cameras are shoved in his face, and he has to come up with something. And so he says, "Oh, we got to do something about voter ID." And other than those types of announcements and those stumblings by the Republican Party, nothing is being done. There's no leadership whatsoever in the party. There's no cohesive message. As I said before, the machinery of the left is so good and so professional and so competent. These people, within 15 minutes of one another, from coast to coast, border to border, are now are on the same mantra. Whatever their message is, that's the message they all talk about, and they talk about it in mass, and they get it out. The Republicans are failures at this. I can go off on this for all day long, but we're not going to do it. So
and everybody thought that Romney had really a shot to win, and they thought he was going to win. Everybody was saying that's what's going to happen. And then you talk about this voter fraud, and a smug Barack Obama can say, I was going to win, and I knew I would because I knew this was going to come through for me.
The Democrats have the best statistics on the Republicans. We'll be right back.
It's the PM Show with the one and only Fred Dreyer on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day, and little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, You'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Monday. Texas is being overrun by some of the baddest cars to ever hit the road. But they'll have to go through these two first.
Fired up! Whoa!
Richard and Aaron are back for an all-new season of
Fast and Loud. Fast and Loud.
restoring the cars you know and love.
Shelby. 59 Apache Short Bed. 32 Ford.
And having a damn good time doing it. Fast and Loud. New season premieres Monday at 9 on Discovery.
Try Fry Vineyards, the Mendocino County organic wine with no sulfites added from America's pioneering organic winery. Fry Wine, the first maker of certified biodynamic wines in the United States. At Fry Wines, our emphasis is on producing organic wine of the highest quality while caring for our planet and palate alike. Check out our website at frywine.com and join the Fry Vineyards Wine Club. You'll receive 20% off all orders and much more. Plus, you can check out our internet-only specials. And go to our crntalk.com website or the frywine.com website and check out Chef Piero's Recipe of the Week. Great biodynamic wines from Redwood Valley in Mendocino County, California. Fry Wines. Go to frywine.com. That's FREYWINE. Frywine.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight.
Go to FantasyGolfTour.com to play in this week's $3,000 purse event for free.
My name is Marina from Fort Lauderdale. I played in the $20,000 event and won $5,000. It was so easy to play.
Go to FantasyGolfTour.com for weekly events that follow the golf tour with sponsored purses from $20,000 to $100,000. Log on now to FantasyGolfTour.com and play for free in this week's $3,000 purse event. That's FantasyGolfTour.com, taking fantasy golf to the next level.
It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Once again, the star of our show, Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thank you very much. Segueing from voter fraud, which is presently under investigation, we're going to. Well, I see another one here in my stack.
You do?
Cincinnati poll worker indicted for voting for Obama 6 times.
Six
times.
So a Cincinnati. Now, what did you just say? A poll worker.
Yes.
That's where the fraud's coming in because they're sitting there all day
that's
long.
Right. Oh, believe me.
They can fill that stuff up and say, hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of money if you'll pop in some extra ballots. This is a serious problem in this country, and no one is taking a look at this. And I'm telling you, all you got to do is get off your butt and go out and vote and see how easy it is to do a fraudulent deal on an election.
I volunteer my driver's license just for this reason, and they say, we don't need that. I said, I want you to look at it. Well, we don't need it. They won't even look at it. All right. For news reports on the latest developments in the case of Meloise Richardson, the Cincinnati poll worker who admitted it, the arrogance has seeped down to the very lowest common denominator. She admitted to voting multiple times and has now been charged with 6 counts of multiple voting in 2012, plus some charges from previous years. She is a classic, arrogant, multiple voter.
This is, and is anybody going to do anything about this?
Nothing.
Absolutely not.
No, this is the type of stuff.
I think we're the only show talking about this, other than Bill O'Reilly posting this on his message board.
Yeah. Well,
nobody wants to hear it. If you said this, if I went to a cocktail party and talked about this, they'd tell me I'm nuts. They'd tell me I'm crazed. They'd call me a reactionary jerk. They'd throw me out. They'd say, oh, the election's over. And that's the way it was when Hitler took over everybody. So I just thought I'd pass that along for you. Nobody cared. They just let them take the power and say, well, what the heck? Let's just let them run the place. And that's how Hitler took over Germany and Europe. So just sit around and allow everything to be eaten away while you sit there and drink your beer and have whatever it is and not give a damn about anything. It's about time people started giving a damn, calling up their senators and their representatives and saying, hey, let's find out about this. Let's launch an investigation. Let's do something, and let's bring in some independent people to do the investigation. Bring in some outside people, not any stupid politicians.
Well, again, where's the Republican Party? Where are they?
Yeah,
They
you're
should
right.
be
You're
doing
absolutely
this. They should be doing this. They should be looking out for us, and they don't. It's because they're left of center. They're liberal. It's liberalism versus the extreme Euro secular Euro trash liberalism. You got all of these liberals that are here now in this country that have taken over the Democratic Party, which was a terrible party to begin with, and then now they've got the entire country held at bay with this failed politic, and the Republican Party is allowing them to do it. Allowing them to do this.
It's under your nose.
Just unbelievable.
There's a mayor election in Los Angeles, and there's two candidates coming in. There's one woman, Wendy Gruhl. Apparently, the city council and the current mayor, Villaraigosa, they decided they're going to change the way retirement is held, and new employees from July on are not going to receive the same kind of benefits. They're not going to have free health care for their wife once they retire, and they're going to have lowered retirement rates because all cities are facing this. All the city workers and the state workers and the county workers are all getting retirement, and some paid into it and they have a decent plan, and the others that depend on taxpayers' dollars, it's breaking the bank, and the cities are going bankrupt. They can't afford to pay for all these people that can retire. They're going to change the retirement age from a city worker that's 55 now is going to be 65. And so what does she do? She says, well, let's reopen this because they're going to file a lawsuit against it, and I want to relook at this. Why is she doing that? Because then she gets the dollars from the union, and all of a sudden the union say, we support Wendy Gruhl. She's going to look at this again. This is all going to be done prior. They're going to investigate this after she's elected, and she smacks of as a crook. And so I'm telling you, that's the way it's run. That's the way it's run. Anything that gets you money and gives you the power, that's what the politicians go for.
There's no investigative reporting whatsoever. There's no trust. There's no trust in any of the press, and that includes the Fox News group, Fair and Balanced group. They're fair and balanced because that's a policy for the entertainment section of their network. They have news, they have business news, they have they're not telling you 4 and 4 is 12. That's the left. So what they're doing is going along with it. They're trying to sell advertising, and there's nobody looking out for America except the great individuals that are out there trying to get people to understand that you're losing your freedom, folks. You better wake up. Now, look, when we come back, we've got some Reince Priebus. Don't go away. He's hilarious.
You've been promising that for a while.
Yeah, well, you're going to get it.
A new survey out from the news media showing that people are less and less enthralled with the news media. 55% of the content on Fox News is, they say, opinion. 85% is opinion on MSNBC. There's a stat for you. 85% of the content throughout the day
propaganda,
is opinion,
pal.
propaganda on MSNBC. Now, who's got the opinionated news service, Fox or MSNBC? I'll let you decide.
Attention business owners. Did you know that over 50% of people who search for a local business are doing it on their mobile device? If your business doesn't have a website designed for mobile viewing, then you're missing out on a huge amount of new customers. The good news is that ABI Hosting is now giving away a free mobile website with every annual business plan. That's right. Sign up with ABI today, and we'll include a mobile version of your website absolutely for free. This doesn't replace your current website. It's an additional version optimized for mobile viewing that you can also edit and further customize. It's loaded with high-tech features, including click-to-map and the popular click-to-call feature, which makes it even easier for mobile users to find you.
Is this item in stock?
I'd like to make a reservation.
To learn more, call now.
1-800-769-0887. That's 1-800-769-0887. Get your free mobile website now. Again, 1-800-769-0887. That's 1-800-769-0887.
I'm back in the saddle again. Out where
Walmart
is a friend. Where
low prices are on Healthy Choice Cafe Steamers meals and Kellogg's Special K Red Berry cereal. Like you'll play Greek yogurt.
Back in the saddle again.
At Walmart, find everything you need to get back on track this year. Backed by Ad Match. Our stores will match the price of any local competitor's printed ad on identical product. Not applicable to Walmart.com. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Homeowners in today's world no neighborhood is immune from burglaries. So call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, and get a free security system with free activation and free hardware. You pay just a $99 installation fee and monitoring services. Call right now. You'll also get 6 door and window sensors for free. Call right now. 1-866-669-8954. That's 866-669-8954. $99 installation charge, 36-month monitoring agreement at $36.99 a month. For new homeowner customers with satisfactory credit history only. Certain restrictions may apply and it cannot be combined with any other offer. The total package includes 6 door and window sensors. Get a free home security system with free activation and free hardware. Call now, 866-669-8954. That's toll free, 866-669-8954.
Geico says, let's make life simpler.
You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Are you putting off your college education because you think you lack the time or money? If so, call the Education Resource Network today and speak with one of our representatives who can connect you with colleges offering the specific degree you are interested in getting. There is no obligation. A college degree could help improve your skill level, but deciding on the school or on a career path is not so simple. There are many options to consider. Degrees are offered in teaching, psychology, art and design, healthcare, and nursing. To start the process of getting your degree, call the Education Resource Network today at 1-800-690-7294, and we'll help you get the information and materials you'll need towards acquiring the college degree that you are interested in. Education Resource Network is a free service that can help you select the right college. Save time searching for a college and let us help you. Call the Education Resource Network today at 1-800-690-7294. That's 1-800-690-7294.
It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn, once again the star of our program, Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much. Now, I've been talking about Reince Priebus now for about a year and a half.
You have been.
On this program. And my audience does know that I have a huge, massive... The reason I came on to do the show, a long time ago with my good host here, Mike Horn, is because... there's things that I thought were not being looked at or being talked about. I'm a big fan of all the talk show hosts. I'm a big fan of all these people. But the one thing that I want to absolutely make clear here is that unless the Republican Party goes back across the center line to the right of center where the Constitution and the standards of America have been for the last 237 years, they are doomed politically. They are doomed politically. It doesn't mean you're going to have a governor pop up here and there. We've got 30 governors that run 30 states in this country. We've got, I think, more cohesive conversations of conservatism happening at the state level than we do at the national level, clearly. And we've got Michael Steele, who was absolutely a disaster. He did nothing. He was a doorstop, this guy. And now we've got Reince Priebus, who's just been reelected, and he's the guy who along with 150 committee people, 3 from each state, are deciding the direction of this country. And the elements that are necessary to reach these people, to turn this ship around, are gargantuan. And I don't know if it can be done between now and the midterm. Maybe the American people are going to turn out at the midterm like they did in 10 and put the keel in the ground and tell Reince Priebus, no, we're not going that direction, pal. We're going to go this direction. But in the meantime, Reince Priebus is out there, getting ready to set forth his policies of what he believes as the leader of the Republican Party of conservatism. He's now going to come out and give us, his opinions of what has to happen for the party to be competitive and to be back in the front to gather and rally the base. So there's a couple of sound bites here. There's 3 of them. I'm going to go with the second one first. It's about 1:10. This is Reince Priebus telling us that we need drastic changes if we're to remain competitive. Here he is.
Focus groups described our party as narrow-minded, out of touch, and, quote, stuffy old men. The perception that we're the party of the rich, unfortunately, continues to grow. That's frustrating because we care about every voter. We're the party of growth and opportunity. We want families that are strong, children that are well educated. We want to lift people up from poverty, to put the American dream in reach for everybody. For too long, our demographic inclusion efforts have been separate from our on-the-ground political activities. Well, that's coming to an end. To accomplish this, we're launching a new national field program designed to engage minority groups and communities at the local level. We've never put this many paid boots on the ground this early in an off year. We've also never been this dedicated to working at the community level to win minority votes household to household. So I'm approving an initial $10 million budget for this work for this year.
I'd never donate to that party.
Woo.
If he's not saying that there's voter fraud from Bill O'Reilly's board there, no matter what he does, he can put 20 million people from town to town. If some poll worker is going to put in 80,000 extra votes for somebody and have more people voting in a district, have more votes in a district than there are registered voters, you're never going to ever win, Reince.
A field poll to tell us we're not sensitive enough to these people. So now we're going to mount. He's doing everything. He's going to go outside the home and ask the neighbors how he should raise the children. He's going to go outside and ask people an opinion what he should do with his money. Yeah. He's going to go out and ask people instead of deciding for himself, coming up with an opinion, monitoring and really understanding the narrative, what's happened. He does not, at this point in time, does not understand the narrative of what happened to him, what happened to his failure, Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney does not know what happened, doesn't understand the narrative, what was used against them. This guy is a jackass. I got to tell you, and I've said it before, I got to get this guy on the air and talk to this guy and have him just tell you folks exactly. Just let him talk about what he believes will be the winning ticket, the combination of politics that's going to rally the base and get us to turn this whole thing around. Politics is not going to do it. Common sense, reason, and understanding what is self-evident. Those are the tenets of our founding fathers. That's what they used in terms of coming up with the greatest document to unite a civilization, and that is the Constitution of the United States. We have the Constitution. It's over here. Reince is walking away from it. These people, these geniuses did all the work for us. They sacrificed. Lives were lost. And they put their lives on the line. They were going to be hung if they lost. Everybody was going to be wiped out if they had lost. But they didn't lose, and they bet that they wouldn't lose because they were united under God and sovereignty under God with liberty and justice for all. And they understood it. And the Republican Party is the benefactor of all of that, and they're walking away from it. They're walking away. They're leaving the castle, the high ground, and they're going down into the Great Plains to pitch a tent to fight the good fight down there, and they're going to get wiped out. And they have been gotten wiped out because they don't understand. They don't get the narrative. They don't understand that the left is telling them, hey, listen, if you guys want to beat us, here's what you do. Listen to the polls and then come further left. So that's what Reince Priebus is doing. This guy is a moron, and I can't even believe it, that they've suffered this great loss. and we are floundering in the face of this reprobate in the White House, and he has no idea how to decipher it. This guy is a jackass. I got to get him on the air. When we come back, we got more of this guy. Don't go away.
It's going to be some more sound bites from Reince Priebus, the leader of the Republican Party. That is Fred Dreyer. You can go and email Fred, incoming@crni.net. That's the email address, incoming@crni.net. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer.
This is Fred Dreyer for Regenix. The Regenix Hair Loss Clinic was developed as a comprehensive and all-natural hair loss treatment program for men and women. I have been in the Regenix program for 6 years, and it works. Your natural hair loss treatment program will be custom formulated for your hair with a microanalysis of your hair and scalp. You can follow the Regenix program anywhere in the world. In fact, you never have to visit clinic facilities. All the elements of Regenix hair loss treatments are natural and FDA approved for safety. There is no risk of side effects. If your hair loss is in the early stages, or if baldness runs in your family, you may be able to prevent hair loss with Regenix. Many of our clients do not have hair loss problems yet, but use Regenix for dry, oily, flaky, tight scalp, eliminating everything from dandruff to the symptoms of psoriasis. Call now for an analysis of your hair. Call 1-800-REGENIX. That's 1-800-REGENIX, or go to regenix.com.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
PM show nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. Get out of the way. The host of our show, Fred Dreyer, is in play.
These folks just drive me crazy.
You are notably upset about the fact that Reince Priebus, leader of the Republican Party, is just not getting it, because you've been talking about this, and it just seems like people talk about this on other shows that I've seen, and he doesn't seem to get it.
I'm giving a speech to the Hollywood Congress of Republicans.
When is that?
Wednesday, April 3rd of this year. It's a mixer, and I'm going to be speaking, and the subject matter is Reince Priebus and the GOP, and the subtext is with everything that's happening, voter fraud, you name it, just pick any subject matter, the border, anything. Our loss of liberty, pick what you want to pick. There's a list of stuff. My question is, where is the Republican Party? Where are they on every one of these issues? And they're nowhere because they've got leadership like this. I should say leadership. This guy's not a leader, and I can prove it. I'd love to debate this guy and just bring up and make him stand up in front of America and just say to us, tell us exactly what it is you believe in. Tell us what's okay. Tell us what you believe in, and tell us why we should vote for any of your failed GOP candidates. You know, we believed Ann Coulter when she said that we should have Mitt Romney because he can win. He admits the guy to win, and I sure hope I was there. I saw it. I saw it on Hannity when she says, and we've got to get Chris Krispy Kreme Christie to be the VP. Can you imagine that ticket? Can you imagine those left of center liberals, capitulating to everything that Obama wants? If you think Boehner's bad, talk about a two-fisted quinella. Talk about a bad bet. It's like a guy lands on Iwo Jima and makes it 300 yards from the ocean to the foxhole, jumps in, and a bomb hits him. Of all the foxholes, a bomb hits him. Well, that's like having a 1-2 punch, like a Mitt and Krispy Kreme. Oh man, it just gets me crazy. Well, we've got more Reince, I promised you, and this is Reince talking about on the GOP outreach to gays. It's about dignity and respect. Go.
How do you rein in the anti-gay and anti-women sentiments and bring these voters into the fold? And who in the political arena do you feel are the rising stars who could accomplish this?
Well, I think Senator Portman made some pretty big inroads last week, but I think it's about being decent. I think it's about dignity and respect, that nobody deserves to have their dignity diminished, or people don't deserve to be disrespected. I think that there isn't anyone in this room, Republican, Democrat, in the middle, that doesn't think that Rob Portman, for example, is a good conservative Republican. He is, and we know that. At the same time, I also defend Rand Paul and what he did in asking a legitimate question to the president that wasn't answered. I think the attitude of being open and welcoming in our party goes for both situations. And I think that it's going to take discipline, and I think that party leaders have to constantly remind everybody that we can't build the party by division and subtraction. You can only build the party by addition and multiplication. We get that, and that's going to be our endeavor.
Does the RNC support Senator Portman's decision to come out for same-sex marriage?
It's his decision. It's his decision. It's not a matter whether I support his decision. I support him doing what he wants to do as an elected person and as an American. If that's his opinion, then I support him having that opinion.
What about financial support? Will his opinion and making it public affect his financial support from the RNC?
No, not at all.
He sounds
we'll wait and see about that.
Yeah, it sounds like Obama answering that question. He's dodging the question. He didn't answer her question.
Of course. And what is this pandering to groups? Again, pandering to groups. You make groups available to freedom and liberty. You don't hand out. You don't ask people. Hey, if you go to school, we're going to give you a Corvette. If you don't want to go to school, if you don't want to be better, if you don't want to. Be self-sufficient in life, well, that's your problem. We're not going to come over and hold your hand and walk you through life and give you gifts so you'd vote for us. Ronald Reagan would just simply tell the truth. This is America. You got to get rid of all of the giveaways. You got to get rid of all of the stuff that is in the way of individual greatness, and tell people, if you're gay, I don't care if you're gay. If you're a lesbian, I don't care. If you're transgender, I don't care. If you're black, brown, orange, I don't care. You're free to do what you want. So shut up and stop asking me for stuff. I'm not giving you stuff. We're not giving you stuff or a pat on the back or encouraging you or begging you or coaxing you for a vote. We're going to set out standards here by which you're going to be free to live. If you don't like it, get the hell out of the country. I don't care where you are. This is it's just pathetic. Reince Priebus. We got one more of this guy coming back. Don't go away.
It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Star of our show, Fred Dreyer. You can email Fred. Email address is incoming@crni.net. Incoming@crni.net. If you're in the Southern California area, Fred's going to be speaking before the Hollywood Congress of Republicans. That's coming up on Wednesday, April 3rd at the Mayflower Club at 11110 Victory Boulevard in North Hollywood, California. How old is the roof on your home? If it's over 15 years old, how much longer will it last before the leaks begin? Think about the damage. Then think about this. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears to get your roofing done right. And if you call Sears right now, you'll save $500. Just call 1-888-749-4455. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors install a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call right now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation. That's 888-749-4455. Hurry, this offer ends soon. It's not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. So if you need a new roof, call Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. 888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455.
CRN Digital Talk is celebrating 30 years on the air, and to commemorate, we're publishing our first ever quarterly online magazine, complete with lifestyle articles, recipes, and travel tips from network hosts like Dr. Parthenia Grant, Carell, and Michael Horn. To find out how to sign up and get your own copy of the magazine, visit our website at crntalk.com or our Facebook page at facebook.com/CRNtalk.
How old is the roof on your home? If it's over 15 years old, how much longer will it last before the leaks begin? Think about the damage. Then think about this. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears to get your roofing done right. And if you call Sears right now, you'll save $500. Just call 1-888-749-4455. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors install a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call right now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation. That's 888-749-4455. Hurry, this offer ends soon. It's not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. So if you need a new roof, call Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. 888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455.
All right, Flo, so the key to safe pest removal is staying calm.
Okay.
Says here this lady's got a badger in her attic.
Oh, I love badgers. Oh, sorry. Calm. There he is! Come here, little buddy. I thought he wanted a hug.
Badgers don't really hug.
Not yet. Oh, badger.
Insuring your business vehicles with Progressive is like having Flo on the road with you. Low down payments, great discounts, and flexible billing options. Now that's Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. United Financial Casualty Company and Affiliates.
PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Once again, the star of our show, Mr. Fred Dreyer.
All right, we're on the subject matter of incompetence and stupidity. It's Reince Priebus up at the plate, and it's a 3-2 pitch to him. And what we have here is the last soundbite. It's Michael Steele, the former incompetent
of the Republican Party,
right? And he's in a feud with Michael Reince Priebus and Michael Steele are in a feud. So here's parts of it.
For quite a while, when we walked into the RNC, both credit cards of the RNC were suspended. This is before I walked in. Now just think about this for a second. You've got one of two of the biggest national political parties in the world, but has both credit cards suspended.
Are you saying that former Chairman Steele ruined the party, or at least the RNC, financially?
I'm not going to go there. Listen, I think the numbers speak for themselves.
And I won, and he didn't. And the bottom line is...
you won in the elections that you ran,
won in the elections
midterms.
I had to win in 2009. Christie and Bob McDonnell in blue states like New Jersey, purple states like Virginia. We laid down a ground game, national 50-state strategy. We didn't have to go through the hype and hoopla of press conferences. We just went out and did the heavy work of rebuilding the party, coming off of massive losses in 2006 and 2008. So Reince is just being silly, and I understand that. He wasn't complaining about debt and concerned about debt when I was writing checks to Wisconsin when he was chairman and wanted to win the state legislature, which they did, win the governorship, which they did. We focused both at the federal and the state level. And at the end of the day, the members were all on board about going into debt to win. Now, the RNC had a surplus. They had money in the bank at the end of the 2012 cycle, but they had nothing to show for it. You lose 8 House seats. You don't win the White House when you should. That, to me, is more than enough evidence of what's wrong. There's no message. There's no focus.
He's right.
It's an autopsy. If you want to talk about branding,
well, here we
that's
go.
Some smart branding out of the box. The fact of the matter is, this isn't an autopsy. This is an examination of what you did wrong, where your leadership failed, and how you get back on winning again after we had unprecedented
Well, let's hear it. How do you do it?
In 2009 and 2010. We brought the Tea Party to the party. They've excluded the Tea Party. What they did, for example, at the National Convention with Rand Paul and setting him on the side, someone who has a way to galvanize young voters, that young voice, and bring it into the party. Now you want to have a kumbaya around the country. That's great. That's wonderful. But it's going to take a little bit more than just saying we're going to write a check and we're going to put some people out in the field. This is a bottom-up grassroots effort.
As bad as he was, I say bring back Michael Steele. He makes more sense than Priebus. I'm telling you right now.
Well, it's the first time we've ever had anybody say that I've heard anybody talk about the fact that the party is split between the Rhinos and the Tea Party.
You're right.
You know, and so all of this stuff is going to come out, and the sooner the better. And we want to thank Michael Steele, you know, for doing whatever it is that he thinks he did. And not talking about this 3, 2, 4, 5 years ago. And that's the problem. Nobody's talking about anything because they don't understand the narrative.
Now, I want to remind everybody, Fred, you're going to be speaking, for those of you in Southern California, Wednesday, April 3rd. It's a mixer, Hollywood Republican mixer, at the Hollywood Congress of Republicans. April 3rd, 7 to 9 p.m. at the Mayflower Club. The Mayflower Club in North Hollywood, California. That's at 11110 Victory Boulevard. The cost is just $5 for members, $9 for non-members. And they tell you to RSVP. You can go to RSVP at HollywoodRepublicans.com. That's where you get all the information. RSVP at HollywoodRepublicans.com, or you can go check out the website, Hollywood Republicans.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been great to be with you. It's only been an hour. One of these days, we'll be with you for many more hours.
You'll be here Monday for Chuck Wilder at
we'll
noon
be sitting
Pacific
in
time.
for Chuck on Monday, so join us then. But in the meantime, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Hey, if you want to get a hold of Fred Dreyer, email him incoming@crni.net, facebook.com/TheRealFred Dreyer. Don't forget, Monday, Fred's in for Chuck Wilder at 12 noon Pacific time, 3 Eastern, right here on CRN. I'm Michael Oren. Have a great weekend.
Which is most important because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN high-definition sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Obama was a guest in Israel today, his first as president. Mr. Obama says he hopes his visit will plant seeds of peace.
If we nurture them, they will yield fruit in every hill and valley of this land, not only for the children we met today, but for Israelis, for Palestinians, for Arabs across the region. That's not only good for the children of this region, but it's good for my children and the children of America.
He also addressed the serious question of whether chemical weapons have been deployed in Syria.
We know the Syrian government has the capacity to carry out chemical weapon attacks. We know that there are those in the Syrian government who have expressed a willingness to use chemical weapons.
He warned that the use of chemical weapons is a game changer for the United States. Also at SRNnews.com, the Senate has passed a bill that funds the government through the end of September, preventing a government shutdown. The legislation passed by a 73-26 vote locks in $85 billion in broad federal spending cuts and funds the day-to-day operating budgets of every cabinet agency through September 30th. It would provide another $87 billion to fund overseas military operations in Afghanistan and Iraq and maintain a pay freeze for federal workers. The House is expected to approve the measure tomorrow and ship it to President Obama for his signature. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke says the Fed expects the inflation outlook to remain mild.
Apart from temporary variations in energy prices, inflation is running somewhat below the committee's longer-run objective of 2%. Importantly, longer-term inflation expectations remain stable.
The Fed is standing by its plan to keep short-term rates at record lows, at least until unemployment falls to 6.5%, as long as the inflation outlook remains mild. On Wall Street, the Dow by 56 points to 14,512. The Nasdaq rose 25. The S&P advanced 10. Oil up 80 cents today to $92.96 a barrel. This is SRN News.
You're standing on the edge of the Sea of Galilee. Finally. Right now, you're walking on the same shores Jesus walked on, and it doesn't seem so long ago when he first met Peter and transformed him into his most devoted disciple. Jesus' miracles are alive in your heart, but you've never felt how real they are, how very close, until you've stood in the places they actually happened. What does it feel like to be baptized in the sacred waters of the Jordan River, to enter the garden tomb where he rose in all his glory? Find out for yourself. Come to Israel and experience the wonder of the Holy Land in person, where your faith will come alive as never before. It's the place you've been waiting your whole life to see. Visit bestdealsisrael.com to learn about special offers that can make your dream journey to Israel a reality. Visit Israel. You'll never be the same.
French police have searched the Paris apartment of IMF chief Christine Lagarde as they investigate her role in awarding financial compensation to businessman Bernard Tapie in 2008.
Investigators suspect Mr. Tapie was granted a deal in return for his support of President Sarkozy in the 2007 election. Several weeks ago, police raided the home of Claude Guéant, Mr. Sarkozy's former chief of staff. Records seized from the Élysée Palace